Meta advertising for real estate is more exciting and interesting than you imagine. So let's put it this way. Basically, when we are designing a Facebook ad strategy for real estate agent, we break them into three parts. Okay? Three parts means we have three groups of audiences that we're addressing, and there will be three different structure for your campaign. So the first one is definitely the top of funnel. Now, when it comes to top of funnel, the whole idea here is we want to bring in as many leads at the lowest cost possible. So basically, we are going to use the most attractive offer or the most attractive, like property that you're having. Because when it comes to real estate agent, they usually market multiple projects. So we will always use the most exciting project that appears to most people. But of course, I'm not saying that, let's say if you're selling like a medium cost condo and a high end, bungalow that is too far apart, I assume that you do sell something that is within the range. Let's say, like high end condominium. So you always do high end condominium. So you have multiple products and which targets will appears to different group, and you have, like different price point and different key, USPs and all that for each of them. So we will run ads and we will see which one works better as the top of funnel. Of course, we can still spend money on all top of funnel. Let's say you have 4 projects, for example. We can still spend money on 4, but we will always spend more money at the one that gets you the most lead at the lowest cost, because there are a lot of combinations that can be, like a very subtle different that you, let's say I've seen a lot of clients of mine, similar product, similar price range, one will get a lot more lead than the other, which is fine. We don't care. We just want to get more lead at the lowest cost as possible at the top of funnel. So when we have kind of like tested out which one works better as the top of funnel king, let's say for example the best seller or the like the best performing property, we will always spend more money on that one. The rest we will still spend, but more on a subtle kind of like structure over here. So let's say if we spend 80% of your total budget on the top of funnel, we will spend probably like 50% at the best performing, and the remaining ones sprinkle around those least performing, because we still need them to go out and reach new people. But then we kind of structure the budget a little bit differently. Okay, so that's for the top of funnel. So when it comes to the top of funnel, the key metrics that we always look at is the CTR and the cost per lead. And then eventually we want to make sure that we get as many leads as possible at the top of funnel, because that moves your business. Now, what we're going to do here is we build a structure that tells your audience about other properties you have. So it can be email sequence, like for most of my clients, we do that. So when a lead comes in, they will receive a notification and say that, hey, thanks for signing up, and you would actually call them. So we all know that manual kind of calling and all that, maybe sometimes you miss this and you miss that. So it's okay. It's always recommended to set an email sequence and to drip them through. Let's say a few days later, you tell them that I have project B. A few days later, you can tell them that, oh, I have project C. You can tell them a little bit more in other emails about key USP for project B, C, A, D, whatever. So it's like a chain of emails that you can build to educate your audience. Okay, there are 2 key benefits of doing so. First thing first is you optimize the impact of the lead that you generate. So let's say your cost per lead is $30, great. But $30, most of people would actually just try to call a few times, close, don't close, that's it. But just imagine, once they have become your lead, they start paying attention to you, then your email comes coming back to them, tell them about different things and all that. That actually works as a branding to you. You get what I mean? People may not open your email, but they will always see the name there. Jason Gunn sent an email again. Jason Gunn sent an email again. And then read the title, not related to me. But it actually builds in their mind that this guy is the meta ads expert. One day when they need help, when it comes to meta advertising, they will find Jason Gunn and they will come to you. You have no idea how powerful is that. Although they may not see very much impact, but it's almost no cost to you anyway. So do that. I always recommend my client do that. So that's one part, right? And then, and if you do, Messenger, because some of my clients use ManyChat, then you have even a more powerful way that you can actually keep sending messages to them on WhatsApp or Messenger or Instagram about, oh, okay, make sure you call, like this. And we have other property. Let's take a look. I have a video for you. Let's take a look. And, if you're not interested, we have another property. Here's a video for you. You can do that within the first 24 hours. So it's quite powerful for my client, because quite a number of them actually kind of like they came in initially for project A, but after they go through a few videos and all that, they initiated conversation after watching videos about product C. So you'll be surprised. So lead gen is not that dull and boring as what you do, like get lead, call them and stuff. This is already quite exciting, and I want you to start looking into building this part. Now, for retargeting, some may need retargeting, some may not, but retargeting, there are two parts of retargeting. You can start with minimal retargeting for those who actually open your form or watch your video or engage with you, but yet to become a lead. And you start sprinkle all these multiple projects that you have to keep sending, like appearing in front of them. So if they see the video of project A, for example, they like the video, but they did not become a lead. For the next 30 days, you can actually keep sending them project, ads about project A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So who knows which one hits them, but spend minimal budget. Minimal as in like maybe a few dollars a day just to really maintain a consistent frequency, but not to the extent of overwhelming. And you'll be surprised. The nurturing effect is huge because they keep seeing your face and name. They start to have this trust on you, and they may start looking, digging on you more. Maybe that will lead to a different kind of collaboration. Or if they start keep seeing different ads and all that, different projects, they might be interested in any one of the projects and they decided to come in. Who knows? So you can kind of adjust the duration a little bit. Start with maybe like 30 days or 14 days, and then, like look at the frequency and see how we reduce or adjust the budget accordingly, just to make sure we are not spending too much on them. Now, the other part is, which is the third part, is something that I would say so far at the moment, none of those really advertisers or real estate advertisers do, which is what we call the launch advertising. Meaning, let's say you have a new project, who are the people that you want to reach out to? You can actually use this new project to reach out to the mass public, no problem. But what if you do an ad to inform those who submitted lead to you before about this, and you tell them that, hey, I'm back and I have a new project specially for you because we talked before and I want to make sure that this ad reach out to you. So you can use custom audience of those people who gave you their phone number and email address, and make sure you advertise to a very specific bunch of people, because here's how it works. We all know that, right? Real estate, especially real estate leads, I would say 95% of them will say no, not because they're not interested in buying, but maybe they're not ready. I was just looking around. But if I see the right fit, I may, So, and buying property is not something that is a decision. I mean, it's not a decision that we can make lightly. So they need a lot of more information, and they need a lot more trust. So if you keep doing it at the right structure that doesn't hurt your budget and still getting you the result that you're happy with at the top of funnel, at the same time, the retargeting, the follow-up, and the launch method and all that are going to help you build your brand. Because put it this way, there are so many real estate agents out there. Why should I talk to you? A lot of my clients, you know what? After we work together, we use this structure to reach out to their audience. Eventually, a lot of them start getting inquiries and say that, hey, I have a property to sell. Hey, I have a land that I want to sell. Can you help? So eventually they get business in different way. So you will be surprised how this thing can work out for you. Because put it this way, it's super competitive out there for real estate agents. And how do you stand out among your competitors? How do you make a brand out of yourself? How do you make sure that you can tell people that, look, I'm better than other people? So it's really not about what you say. It's about how you build this thing, to build a journey that nurture your audience in that way, that actually make them feel that you are the go-to person whenever they have a need about buying or selling. And that can be very powerful to you. So yeah, so that's what we do with our clients. And if you're a real estate agent, you want to have something like this for your campaign, well, I would invite you to scan this QR code. This will take you to my Fiverr gig. This is a very straightforward gig to get started. Well, it will be a journey, but at least this would actually give us an opportunity to work together on a brief, a simple setup foundation, strategy, design, and setup project where we will work together in 2 Zoom calls. So first Zoom call is I would design the strategy based on your need. So we will look at which are the ads that we should put at the top of funnel, and which one should have more budget and stuff like that. And what are the creative that we should put into, because a lot of real estate agents may not have the right creative. So I would advise you on that. And if you have a landing page, I will also look into your landing page and give you recommendation. So basically, we would have the budget, we will have the ad creative, design, direction, setup, and the landing page and everything. So you will go on, and after the first call, you will go on and create all these things according to our discussion. On the second call, I will set up the campaign for you. with you, in front of you, through the Zoom call. So yeah, so I would tell you how to set up the top of funnel, how to do exclusion to make sure that each of the top of funnel doesn't compete among each other, and then how to set up the retargeting and how to set up the launch, like retargeting. Whenever you have a new project, you can just put them in and start, setting and sending them and stuff like that. And if you need help in terms of setting up the email sequence and all that, of course, we can talk about that. But then again, at least this gig itself allows you to have a structure built up for your Facebook ads campaign, you see? So yeah, if that's what you're looking for, scan this QR code, and I look forward to work with you.